You're watching the LVSHL Phantoms Cup Final on Nick's Hockey Broadcast. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And tonight, you're looking to watch a good one. It is Game 2 of the 2024 LVSHL Phantoms Cup Varsity Final, Game 2 of a best-of-3 series. The Lehigh Saints won Game 1 over the defending champion Northampton Konkrete Kids, a final score of 8-3 last Thursday. Northampton, in that loss against the Saints, that was their first loss of the season. Their record's 10 wins, 1 loss, 1 tie. For the Saints, 6 wins, 5 losses, 0 ties. So last Thursday, the Saints won 8-3 versus Northampton, as the Saints have a chance to win a title in varsity for the first time in 22 years. If the Konkrete Kids win, Game 3 will be on Wednesday. Time for tonight's starting goaltenders. In net for the Konkrete Kids, number 35, Balin Smargiassi, 10-1-1, goals against average 2.82, save percentage of .913. He saved 25 of 33 in Game 1. And in net for the Lehigh Valley Saints, age number 79, Michael Heitzer, 7-4-1, goals against average 4.10, save percentage of .875. He saved 70 of 75 in his last 2 playoff games. Sticks banging on the boards. A large crowd here at the PPL Center to watch Game 2 of the Varsity Final. Off the time, Game 2's underway. It's the Saints and the Konkrete Kids. Tita trying to step on it. Backhand shot. Heitzer makes a save as he'll cover up only 8 seconds into the first period. So in the last game between these two teams, Henry Long had 2 goals and assists. Parker Tatum had 2 goals. Ethan DeLillo had a goal and assist. Also, Porter Fegley, wearing number 36 for the Saints, had an assist. Alec James had 2 goals and assist, and David McIsaac had a goal and an assist. So a lot of points for a lot of players on the Saints last week. This is Koch, right behind the net of Smargiassi, trying to clear it all the way down, and Brogy's going to hold on here defensively for the Saints. Hoffman trying to chip it past Bryce Shockey as the Konkrete Kids will clear it in. This is Shockey. Molokov with a shot that goes wide as Jacoby, who just played in the JV final for Northampton versus Emmaus, is on the ice now. Here's Shockey. Chip this puck as now it goes to Long. The Emmaus Hornets defeated the Northampton Konkrete Kids in the JV final 4-2. The Hornets win their first ever title in junior varsity. Here's Koch. Foiling the stick there of Ethan DeLillo. Outlet pass. Here comes Enzo Tita with Rattler right behind him. Tita with a shot. Ring it off the post as he hits the iron with the rubber. Northampton that close to getting a 1-0 lead as the Saints clear it down, and we'll have an icing against Lehigh Valley. Also in that game, for Game 1 between these two teams, Northampton, the players they had that got points, Gavin Molokov had a goal and assist. Nicholas Koch with an assist. Enzo Tita a goal and 2 assists. And Christian Ivenko with a goal. McCray Ross is back in the lineup tonight for Northampton after serving his 1-game suspension in Game 1. Meanwhile, here's Fegley. This goes off the stick of Koch. Near cleared back in. As Northampton brings it into the zone. Here's Rattler accepting this pass. Tipped towards the net of Heitzer, and that goes wide. Jacoby trying to keep it in. It's shot there from Matute wide of the goal. Rodba to Fretz. This is also Rattler chipping this puck to Matute. And now it's Rattler. Gets taken down on the circle. Backhand pass towards Rattler. Cleared in there by Fretz. Behind the goal, Connor James clears it on the boards behind the net. This is Fegley. His pass intended there for DeLillo. DeLillo couldn't connect, as this is going to be yet another icing against the Saints. Alec James has 5 goals in his last 2 games. The junior for the Saints has been a playoff warrior this year in the Varsity LVSHL Phantoms Cup playoffs. Had a hat trick against Bethlehem Area School District in the semifinal, too. As McIsaac will try to get this one cleared from Dremmock, who's also back in the lineup tonight. He was out last game. He's wearing the Denny Briere 48 for Northampton. Meanwhile, this is Koch getting back towards center ice. Brings it over the line, goes off the body of Henry Long. Lost his puck for a moment as the Saints clear it over the line for the Konkrete kids. Trying to get around and Broogie threw it across, and that goes wide of the net of Heitzler. Tanner Alt will backhand one towards Derek Rothbaugh. Long trying to clear it ahead. Outlet pass. Here's Alec James. Chipped off the stick of Kutz. Good defensive play here as it's floating back to center. McIsaac to Mbrogi. Line change for the Saints. This is Long who tips it past the blue line. Kutz will clear it off the boards. Towards DeLello as we have a delayed offside here against the Saints wiped down. Enzo Tita, one of many seniors from Northampton, bringing it over the line. Tita going right behind the goal. Enzo Tita trying to tip this one in front of the goal here as both teams will battle for this puck on the boards. Molokov gets it free. Try to shoot it, and that's blocked in front of his, and Brogy's going to clear it back towards the other side. Shockey's going to chase it down here for the Konkrete kids. Shockey will shove one past Parker Tatum. Molokov trying to get this free as he holds on here for Northampton. This goes towards the net, and now it's Jacoby. 13 minutes to go in the first period. No score in Game 2 of the Varsity Series. Saints have a 1-0 lead in it and can win their first title since 2002 tonight. It's the third time in 4 seasons they've made the finals, and in all those times, not including tonight, we'll see what happens tonight, they have not won a title. They didn't win it in 2021 when Northampton swept them in 2 games. Here's the level patch stop by Smargiassi. Tatum chase it on down. Saints finally get their first shot on net there. And Brogy with a wrister tip towards the goal as Smargiassi pads it away with the right pillow pad. Shockey passes ahead towards Tita and out of Connor James. DeLebo lobs it all the way down towards the pads of Smargiassi, who sweeps it aside. Tanner Alt to Koch. Has Tita waiting on his left. Koch will try to shovel it through center ice. And Brogy taking this pass defensively, clears it back in as this puck ricochets back to the right side. Koch, his pass goes to Nolan Rattler. Reagan Mitchell-Tree also back for the Saints in the lineup. She got injured in Game 1 of the finals last week, but she's back in this one, so good. Definitely a good sign to have her back in the game tonight. She's on the ice right now wearing 18. Music nearly got this puck from Tita. Tita getting around Jack Piper, coming over the line. Tita waits, fires, glove save. Michael Heitzler, he's got it. 11:35 to go in the first, no score. If you didn't catch it in my earlier broadcast tonight, I am going to be covering the youth and middle school Phantoms Cup Championship games tomorrow at 6 and 7:20. And I'll do Game 3 of the Varsity Series if necessary. That will only happen if the Northampton Konkrete kids win to live and see another day. Off this faceoff, Hoffman will clear it down. Tanner Alt's going to chase for Northampton. His brother Ryder played for the Konkrete kids last year, as well have an icing against the Saints. Gavin Molokov, Tyler Matute, Bryce Shockey, Adam Dumback, Renzo Tita, Christian Iveco, and Balin Smargiassi are all seniors, potentially playing in their last game in the LVSHL. They've all been outstanding athletes. We got to see how this game goes. Well, they've all played tremendous roles in helping grow in this game over the last few years, especially Enzo Tita. Speaking of seniors, here's Matute behind the net. There's a lot of snow in the back end of Christian Ivenko as Alec James accepts this pass. Goes to Koch now defensively for the Konkrete kids. Coming over the line, trying to make a move around there of Hoffman, who cleared away off the skates there of James. Backhand pass, nice play there to Henry Long, who's got some room going right to the net. Long! And a stop is made Smargiassi. He made him run out of room. He's a big goaltender, and he comes up big there. Clearing temp of the Konkrete kids results in an icing against them. Off this tie for DeLello. That shot goes wide of the blocker side of Smargiassi. 10.5 to go in the first period. No score, shots on that. 4-2 in favor of the Saints. This goes off the boards and the glass. Jacoby will lob this puck towards the goal of Heitzer. And now it's Connor James to Duncan Mitchell-Tree. who has not had much ice time in these playoffs from what I've seen, as he makes his pass to Fegley, makes a move between his legs, will backhand this puck back towards Andrew Rodba. His brother Derek also playing. They're on the ice right now. Jacoby, give it to Derek Rodba. Nearly turned it over to Fegley, as now this puck goes to Braun. Gets shoveled there by Ethan DeLillo, the captain. Fretz. Dremmock trying to get this puck near the Zamboni doors. DeLillo tipped this puck off his skate as Dremmock gets the shot, and then that goes wide. Derek Rodba. Now to Connor James. James's tipped pass goes down towards Koch. Turns up back, loses it as Lehigh Valley moves back the other way. Duncan Mitchell-Tree brings it over the line. Mitchell-Tree with a shot that whistles wide of the glove there of Smargiassi as he tumbles down to the ice. Gets right back up, however. Fretz keeps it in the zone. Saints set up here. Pass towards Mitchell-Tree as he takes it on the corner. Off the boards behind the goal. Wrap around trying to save his face. Smargiassi off of Henry Long as Jacoby clears it off the blue paint. So does Derek Rodba, and this will be another icing against the orange and black. David McIsaac, who had a goal in game one, will go for this face-off. Northampton wins it, however. Derek Rodba towards Tita. Alec James briefly took it away, as well as Molokov. And now it goes to the Saints. Here's Henry Long with a shot. Nice stop there by Smargiassi. Flashing the leather. Shot again there by Long as he tried to wrap it around. Was also stopped by Smargiassi. Henry Long in the corner. Here's James going right behind the net. James trying to fit one across. It goes off of Shockey. Gets taken down by Molokov on an illegal checking play. As now this puck goes back towards Hoffman, who takes a wrist shot that whistles wide and goes past the stick of Tanner Alt. And Broggie keeps it in the zone. Shockey could hold on, and now he takes possession. This is Alt. Back to Shockey with the Wayne Simmons 17. And he will cause another icing against Northampton. 8:07 remaining in the first, no score. When the Saints made the finals back in 2022, they had a 1-0 series lead, but they lost their next two straight in game 2 and 3. They're hoping to not repeat that again here in 2024. 2-1 developing here for the Konkrete Kids. It's Evenko. He's got Rador. Took a shot. Heitzler makes a save, and he's got it. It's amazing for Northampton Varsity, the lack of losing they had the last 2 years, because last year their only 2 losses were to Southern Lehigh, one in the regular season and one in game 2 of the finals last year. This year, their only loss was in game 1 against the Saints last Thursday. This is Piper, who got his second goal of the season versus Bethlehem last week. It's checked down there on the boards. Matute will lob one off the glass around with Nolan Rattler. Taken by Connor James with a shot that tips off the stick of Koch. Back to Jacoby, who will blast this puck past the stick of Piper. Evenko off the boards near the Northampton bench. Evenko and Piper will battle for this puck near there, as Koch is going to have this puck legally gloved down by Mbrogi. And now towards James. Jacoby. Koch on the right side. Comes over the ice. He whacks his puck to Matute. He'll clear it in on the corner. This is Koch circling right around there of Fegley. Holds on the circle. Koch waiting. Sent one in front. Intended pass for Rattler. Goes up the stick of Duncan Mitchell-Tree. Mitchell-Tree 2-on-1 here. Gets the pass to Fegley. Fegley with a shot. And that goes off the post. It seemed to go off the post based on where the puck was going, as the crowd reacts to that as well. We'll get a line change for the defending champion Konkrete Kids, as a big check is made there by Rodba on Mitchell-Tree. As Smargiassi is going to clear this puck, and we actually have a stoppage of play. To Mr. Morrell, I see your comment watching all the way from Florida. Wishing luck to nephews, the James brothers. Appreciate you watching all the way from Florida. And now Long takes the pass. Backhand shot was blocked. Long has it back on the corner. Taken there by Alec James. Makes a nice move. Took a shot, and that puck goes wide of the goal. Backhander goes back towards the corner of Henry Long. His brother Charlie currently plays for Lehigh University as a former player of the Saints. Actually, in Charlie Long's senior year, he had the second most points in the varsity division, right behind Patrick Laughlin. Henry Long is one of several seniors for the Saints, as well as Ethan DeLillo, Sean Ambrogi, Zoe Music, Luke Hoffman, Alex Park, and Michael Heitzler. Tita takes it off this face-off, and that goes wide of the glove of Heitzler. Tita trying to get this in front. It goes to Alec James, this year's playoff warrior, trying to get around the defense. Ronaba took him down. Some fans are looking for a penalty, but that was a legal play there, as Tanner Alt's going to have it defensively here for the kids. Alt with the pass. Between the legs there of Molokov. Takes possession. Molokov past the line. Waits. Fires! And that did not go. 5.5 to go in the first. Still no score in game 2. The shot from Shockey off the pass of Heitzler. And back to the corner. Shockey. Off the stanchion of the boards. It bounces to Ambrogi. Hits it off the glass. Makes a bounce in front. Turned over there to Shockey. And that's blocked. Ambrogi tried to clear, but the glass was not friendly to him there. Tita has it behind the goal. Intercepted by McIsaac. McIsaac's pass to Long as they'll clear it for the Saints. Lehigh Valley gets a line change. No icing here. Jacoby's pass off the stick of Tita. Back to Shockey. Molokov, his shot deflected off the stick of Tatum. Gravity brings the puck down out from the air. And now to the captain, Ethan DeLillo. Will backhand one off the corner as Smargiassi leaves it for his defense. Koch hits it off the boards. Connor James waiting on the point. Tatum keeps it in play. Fegley tried to feed this in front, but it was blocked. And now it's Matute. Koch has had an excellent improvement year for Northampton. Tita's trying to get an edge around him. Broogie goes down, and as he was down on his back, he's still trying to make a backhand shot, but that goes wide. That was Nolan Rattler that lost his stick. It's right in front of the net there of Michael Heitzler. Heitzler playing pretty good so far, stopping 4 shots. Here's DeLillo. Wait, toe drag shot, and that goes wide off the boards. Koch is going to hold on to this one. Tatum was there too. Matute trying to clear as it goes past the blue line, delayed offside here against the Saints. Wiped off as the Saints will use this opportunity to get a line change. Tita at center. Will come over the line here for the Konkrete kids with the shot deflected off a Saints stick. And it goes to Matute, and that goes up a Heitzler who makes the stop. I think a lot of players lost track of where the puck was for a second. Matute wraparound try save made there as Music clears. Piper's going to chase it down for the Saints. He's got Music right behind him as he gets checked. Piper takes the shot, and that goes wide of Smargiassi. 3 minutes to go in the first period. Mitchell-Tree will clear it down. Duncan Mitchell-Tree, to be exact. Rattler and Matute on the wing. This is cleared down off the boards behind the goal. Hoffman. 2:45 to go in the first. Rattler with the shot that goes off the back of Music. And Venko with the shot. And Michael Heitzler saw it coming, and he's got it. To answer the question in the chat, there is an ice cut during the second intermission. They do that for the finals. So there'll be a brief 3-minute intermission after the first period ends, but after the second period ends, it'll be about a 15-minute break, just to answer the question. We welcome the 70 of you currently watching the game. It's no score here in Game 2 of the Varsity Final. Off this faceoff, Andrew Rothbaum with a shot, and Heitzler has it again. Michael Heitzler playing a really good playoff run for the Saints this year, as he's helping the Saints in their attempt to get their first title since 2002, which ironically was the year when I was born. 2.5 to go in this period. Braun tips this puck off of Venko. Saints will clear it back the other way. Derek Rothbaum with the Travis Connect, the 11. Derek Rothbaum turned it back over. Back and shot. Sion net in front there. Here's Long. Smargiassi made the save, and they score! It was a broken play for Northampton. They end up not getting it out of the zone. The Saints just kept whacking after the puck, and they take a 1-0 lead. David McIsaac on a goal streak, and the Saints lead 1-0. That's goal number 8 of the season for 87 in black and white. The 8th shot on net for the Saints makes it 1-0 Lehigh Valley. Shockey holds on defensively. A big goal for McIsaac. Smargiassi made a great stop with his glove hand. At first, he was already down as he just couldn't come up with the rebound. Tita with a shot goes off the goaltender, Michael Heitzler. As now Molokov will chip this puck back to Tita. Tita set one in front off the stick of Connor James. Off the boards now. To be collected by Koch. Shockey off the boards near the Saints bench. And just to keep in mind, prior to the playoffs, the Saints were 0-2 versus the Konkrete Kids in the regular season. As they beat them 8-3 in game 1. They're up 1-0 with 1.5 to go in the first period. This is Tita busting past the line, holding on, took a shot, and a save is made. Heitzler. And off this time, here's Molokov with a shot, and Heitzler makes another save with the right pad. Off the screen, Tita with a shot was blocked. This pass is floated all the way down towards Jacoby. Clears it back in off the left corner. And Brogy behind his net. Hits it off the boards, and the glass does not become his enemy this time. Here's Alec James around Jacoby James, and that goes wide as we pass the last minute to play in the first period. Connor James couldn't keep it in the zone. Shannon Brogy, the assistant captain, to Alec James, tipped off his stick. He'll back it one behind himself as McIsaac shovels it into the zone. Jacoby. Derek Raldaba's pass intended for Rattler couldn't connect on the play. 30 seconds to go in the period. Icing. Now 28.8 seconds to go in the first. Zoe Music will go for the offensive faceoff here for the Saints. She's actually going to come out, and Duncan Mitchell-Tree will do it instead. And off this faceoff, it's tipped back towards the wing of Koch. 25 seconds left. This is Koch coming over the line with the Venkel on his left. Koch with a shot. Blocker save made there. Heitzler with a big stop. Tanner Alt clears it into the zone. Delayed offside here against the Konkrete Kids. Northampton touches it and stops the clock with 11.1 to go. Matute will go for the face-off on the offside dot, I should say. That onside dot. As Alec James tips this puck off his skates. 7 seconds to go. Koch will clear it in. It's bouncing puck goes to the corner. 3, 2, 1. It is 1-0 Saints after one shots on net. 12-8 in favor of Northampton. We'll be back for the second. Second period's about to get underway here at the PPL Center. It's 1-0 Saints. The goal coming from David McIsaac. Shots on net 12-8 in favor of Northampton. If the Saints win, it will be their first championship since 2002. Northampton trying to prevent that from happening. With a win will cause a Game 3 to be here on Wednesday. Second period's underway. This is Koch at center. Bringing it over the line, avoiding Mitchell-Tree and Connor James chasing for it. Shovel in front for Matute! And that shot was stopped there by the goaltender, Michael Heitzler again. This is Fretz. Towards the stick of Koch. Gets checked down off the glass. As the Saints get it back the other way. Here's Duncan Mitchell-Tree on the right wing for the Saints. With the shot that was fanned wide. Gets it right back towards the behind part of the goal. Try to set one in front as Tanner hit it off his body. Is on the corner now. Fegley towards the defense as the Saints will have to get the puck all the way back in their own end. Connor James. Northampton gets some reinforcements as well as the Saints. This was somewhat turned over there towards Tanner as this puck comes into the air. Gravity brings it down. Comes in for Tina. He scores! Some luck for Northampton. The puck came up into the air. It came right back down. And it went to just the right player from Northampton. And it was Enzo Tina. Tie game. That's his 18th goal of the season as Northampton gets a quick response and gets some luck. Sometimes a bouncing knuckle puck can give you some good luck. Watch Mighty Ducks and you'll see what I mean. As Rothwell is going to try to clear this towards the Northampton bench. And taken away. Here's Molokov. And this goes off the pad of Heitzler, who holds on. So Northampton gets quite possibly the best start they could have in this period, as they have tied the laces at 1 apiece. It was kind of a somewhat broken play for the Saints trying to clear it back out. It just went to Tita in the right place in time as he cashes it. Tita again, that's gloved down there by the goaltender. Tatum hits it off the glass. Molokov set one in front. Here's Tita, scores! He's got another one, Enzo Tita. 2 quick goals for the Konkrete kids, and they have taken the lead. That's his 19th of the season, and it's 2-1 Northampton. 2 goals, a minute 28 into the second period, and all of a sudden Northampton has the lead. Here's Drenmach on the wing, going right on it, tipped towards the net and wide, nearly off the stick of Braun. Alt hits it off the boards. This is the first time in this series Northampton has a lead. As Braun has it on the wing. Back pass in front goes to Connor James. Tipped away off the pads there of Heiser. Alec James in front there for Henry Long. Coming over the line, trying to get her on. Kacha does pass across there for McIsaac. Saved by Smargiassi as the puck goes over the net. Here's James. Back towards the corner was Long, as well as McIsaac. Long gets taken down. Fans want a penalty. They won't get it as it was a legal check. James, side of the cage for Long, couldn't hold on to this puck as now this puck goes back to center ice. And Brogy, Drenmach tried to take it away and does. Passes it intended there for Koch. And now the Saints go back the other way. It's David McIsaac. He has a goal going for 2, and that goes wide of the glove of Smargiassi. Tipped off of Ivenko. Nice pass going to Matute. He's got Koch on the wing as he lost the puck. He tried to take a wrist shot, and now he steals it away. Takes a real shot on net, and a glove save is made there. Heitzer. Shots on net are now 18-9 in favor of the Konkrete kids. Off this face-off from Matute. Won there by Northampton. Ivenko nearly gets possession of this puck as it's tipped off of Tatum. Now it's Ivenko. Back to Matute. Matute hit the game-winning goal versus the Nazareth Blue Eagles in last year's semifinal here at the PPL Center. And now the Saints Brigade hits Figley with a shot, and a patch statement is made there by Smargiassi. DeLello will try to center this puck as it bounces back to center. Connor James playing catch there to Fretz. Back him one towards Tatum. Figley makes this pass between his legs. Ivenko will win the race around Fretz. Here's Ivenko going right towards the goal. Holds, fires, and another save is made there. Heitzler. Tatum getting this free. Northampton keeping up the offense going, as now we are going to have a whistle here. I believe the net was slightly dislodged. Could be wrong about that. No, it's completely fine. Actually, it was slightly dislodged as the goaltender for the Saints, Michael Heitzler, fixes it here. Get a line change for both teams as we're about to continue on. Here's McIsaac, right behind the net. Off the boards now, Jacoby. Hits it back on the corner. Hoffman passes it. It goes off the stick of Gavin Molokov. The linesman has to jump out of the way, and luckily did not touch the puck. Here's Molokov it past the line. It's taken away there by Henry Wong. The two players wearing number 10 tonight. Alec James comes back the other way for the Saints, making some dekes. Gets checked there by Andrew Rothblatt. Takes control in the corner. Makes a nice move. Here's James. In front. Intended pass for long was intercepted by Shockey. As it's still 2-1 Northampton. Tita on the left wing. Trying to get around Hoffman. Right around behind the net. Threw it towards the net. Rebound. They score! Molotov! 3 unanswered goals for the Konkrete kids. And they're up by 2. That's his 14th of the season. As Northampton has scored 3 goals in 4.5 minutes into the second period. Music lost his puck. Here's Koch at center. Ran to the stick of Piper. Music lost her stick. She'll have to get it right back as Koch got towards that. It went off of Hoffman. As now Music takes it away. She's got Piper on the left side. Music passes it towards Piper, who slaps one and a save is made. Smargiassi. Music. And now it's Rattler to Matute. At center, bringing it into the Saints zone. Matute. Venko touches this puck as we'll get a whistle with 11:54 to go in the second period. McCray Ross playing for the first time in this year's final. He's now on the ice. He's going to take this face-off here against Parker Tatum. Actually, beg my pardon, that is Ethan DeLillo. And now Madison's going to take the face-off instead. And Madison won it, but the Saints take it away. Fegley will clear it. Smargiassi sweeps it aside to Tanner Alt. Trying to get around Ethan DeLillo. Here's Fretz on the point with a shot and a save is made. Smargiassi. All off the boards. Connor James trying to keep it onside, but it goes past the blue line. McCray Ross shovels it free, trying to get around Ethan DeLillo. Ross with the Shane Goss's pair 53 when he once played for the Flyers. As Rodbot keeping it in play, takes the shot, and a glove save is made there by the goaltender, Heitzler once again. Ross this season has 1 assist. One of the goals he scored last season in the regular season was against my Southern Lehigh Spartans. So just to show you guys, I'm actually wearing a Spartans jersey tonight. Even though nothing Southern Lehigh related is in this building for playoffs this year. Rodwell off the boards. And Brogy behind the net. Tita takes it away on the turnover. Already has 2 goals tonight. Hoffman's on his back. This is Molotov. Rodba, his pass deflected, actually. Goes back to the corner. Rodba hits it back to Hoffman. Tita is going to fake the drive, holding on back towards the point. Trying to clear it right back in. Rodba trying to back it in, too. As the Konkrete kids will have to backhand it back towards the defenseman. Jacoby bouncing puck to Brogy as his passes the Saints bench. This is Jacoby to Enzo Tita. McIsaac trying to steal it away. And so if I haven't said before these last 2 years, I'll say it again here. Tita is such a fast skater. As watching what he's doing right now. Tita, somewhat shoved down. It's taken to Molotov. He scores! Top bar and in. Tita has 2 goals, and now Molotov gets his second of the game. It's 4-1. His 15th of the season. Bit of a hesitation from the players in the crowd as we got the official signal from the referee. The puck went in and out, just enough past the goal line, and it's 4-1. As we have a conversation between the official and captain Ethan DeLillo. I'm not sure if I would think they're talking about the goal here. And if anyone's wondering, no, they cannot challenge using Nick's hockey broadcast to see the goal. They cannot use any video review if that's what the Saints are thinking. As we're about to resume play, it's 4-1 Northampton. 4 goals in less than 7 minutes for Northampton in the second period. Here's Rattler, and that goes wide of the goal. And Brogy. This pass will go back towards the wing of David McIsaac. McIsaac on the wing, back pass. Here's Alec James going towards the goal. That goes off the part of the post and out of play. Not sure if you were able to hear on the broadcast, but what I can hear, it definitely went off some part of the iron in some way. You can hear the post or crossbar, whatever part it went off of. As McIsaac will go for the space off here against Matute. James off this face-off, lost his puck from Ivenko. Retrieved back by McIsaac. Flipping on the cross sides to Nolan Rattler. Tannerall hits it off the boards. Forecheck there by Long. Here's Alec James on the corner. Gets it back, takes the shot, then goes high and over the net. Tannerall will blast one to try to get it out, but he can't. And Brogy keeps it into the zone. 9.5 to go in the second. 4-1 Northampton. Konkrete Kids trying to keep their season alive to force a game 3 in this best-of-3 series. Connor James. This puck floats all the way down. Smargiassi will come on out to sweep it aside past the stick of Tanner Alt. Connor James in Brogy. Off the glass. As Koch is going to have this pass intercepted by the Saints. Fegley to Alec James. This puck was chipped off the stick of Derek Rodbite. Beg my pardon, that was Derek, not Andrew. And that shot stopped there by Smargiassi from Connor James. Drembach trying to kick this puck free through center ice. Derek Rodbite backhands this one back towards the corner. He goes right behind the net. Braun lost it. Andrew Rodball with a shot, and a save is made there. As Heitzer stops another puck coming towards his net that he is now saved 20 of 24. Over the weekend, the Lehigh Valley Phantoms won 2 of their 3 games. They unfortunately lost to the Scranton Penguins on Friday, but they defeated them on Saturday, and they defeated the Islanders yesterday. So to get more points, Rhett Gardner had an outstanding weekend, scoring goals aplenty. Actually had the number one star of the game versus the Islanders yesterday for the Phantoms. Connor James. Rodba will try to keep this into the Saints' end. Tatum lost it. Whacked towards the net and wide from Molokov, trying to get the hat trick in this period alone. Tita across. Here's Rodba. Tipped off the stick of Connor James. Tip towards the net, and a save is made there. Here's Molokov wrapping it around there for a shot that goes wide from Enzo Tita. Andrew Rothbard off the glass. And Brogy being forechecked but behind. DeLello's there trying to retrieve it back out for the Saints. As Lehigh Valley cleared back the other way from Jacoby and Molokov. As we're getting offsides here against Northampton. 7:13 to go in the second period as it's 4-1 Northampton. Yule will make the pass to Koch. Ivenko, backhand sweep past Matute, gathers it on the right wing. And it'll be taken there by Hoffman, clearing it away to Piper. Piper on defense, moving the other way for the Saints. Off the pad and stick there, Smargiassi, and out of play. 7-1 to go in the second now. Off this time, Rattler trying to get it out from Northampton. Fretz will chip it right behind the net. Koch off the corner. Alec James trying to escape back the other way for the Saints. He'll keep it in the zone. Runs into Ivenko towards the net. Smargiassi makes a left pad stop as Alec James got a rebound as the puck goes over the net. Yule. Pass to Rattler. Couldn't get past the blue line. The Saints keep it in. Fretz with the shot saved by Smargiassi. Rebounds as David McIsaac is denied off the slap shot. Alec James nearly had this puck taken right back. Shockey to Tita. Back to Shockey, coming back the other way for Northampton. Leaves it up for Tita on the left wing. Holds on. Going right behind the goal. Tipped up to the net. They score! Tita with the hat trick. It's 5-1. The goaltender, Heisler, was out of his net. He tried to come on back as Tita wrapped it around and went off of his body. And it's now 5 unanswered goals for Northampton, all of them coming in the second period alone. That's his 20th of the season. 5-1 Konkrete Kids, 6:13 to go in the second period. It's almost seeming like game 1 of the finals last week, but the other way around, as Piper's shot is gloved down by Smargiassi. Music and Ross on the circle now. And it's won by McCray-Ross. Duncan Mitchell-Tree trying to get around Rodbaugh as now he takes it away. Rodbaugh had 2 goals against Bethlehem area, against the Nazareth Blue Eagles. As this puck is still stuck back on the corner. Both teams trying to get this right back out. Falling down there for the Saints as now this comes towards the net there. Being checked relentlessly on the corner for the Saints. I believe that's Sean Imbrogi, and that's going to be a delayed penalty against the Saints. Against the Northampton Konkrete Kids. As Madison's going to try to touch this puck as the goaltender, Michael Heitzer, went to the bench. And the power play to the Saints. As it's still 5-1 Northampton, the Saints will get a big chance to perhaps produce some life. Andrew Rodbaugh in the box of shame as he was checking down Imbrogi on the right corner relentlessly. Got a bit undisciplined there for what I was able to see as the Saints go on a big power play. McIsaac wins the faceoff, but it goes past the blue line. Connor James to be exact, Imbrogi. Pass off the skates of David McIsaac. Coming past the line now. Backhand pass off the skates of Tanner Alt. Kotz will hit it off the boards. Tita trying to go the other way shorthanded. He's scored shorthanded goals in the playoffs before. He'll try to do it again. Backhand shot off the goaltender there of Michael Heisler. And Heisler with the stop as Tita made a nice twirling move like a ballerina going across the ice. Almost looking like a Disney on Ice character, which they do have here at the PPL Center from time to time as he's denied there. 4:52 to go in the second period. Batute on the circle now for Northampton against McIsaac. And it's won by the Saints. Imbrogi's pass intended for Alec James. Kept into the zone by Shockey. Long goes down at center. Tumbles again. Gets it past Matute. Kicked there by Alec James on a 1-on-2. Trying to get a chance on the angle, but he lost possession as Shockey clears. No icing since this is a penalty kill for Northampton. Connor James off the skates of McIsaac. Clearing it past Matute. And now it goes to Alec James. 4:18 to go in the period. Alec James trying to set something up here for the Saints on their power play. 53 seconds to go on their man advantage. Connor James to the back. To Alec. Moving in on the right side with a shot, and that trickles wide. I believe Smargiassi got a piece of that, as now it's swirled back by Connor James. James, one-time blast for a shot, saves Smargiassi. As the Konkrete Kids still can't get it out here, goes to Henry Long. Back pass for Alec James. Back to Long on the corner with the shot that's blocked. Alec James again. 24 seconds to go in the power play. Holding, waiting, firing, and a stop is made by Smargiassi. He is now saved 19 of 20. There's still 20 seconds to go on the Saints' man advantage before Andrew Rothbaugh is freed for the box of shame. 3:38 to go in the second. Still 5-1 Northampton. This puck comes all the way down off the boards to the Saints bench. Duncan Mitchell-Tree on the right side. Couldn't avoid the stick of Molokov as this puck goes to Enzo Tita. Short-handed chance. Here's Molokov with a shot. Save it. Rebound. Scores! Short-handed goal, Enzo Tita. Fourth of the period and the fourth of the game. It is 6-1 Northampton. His 21st goal of the season. There's still 3 seconds to go on the Northampton penalty kill, but it seems like a power play as they get their 6th goal of the game, winning 6-1. It's like I was saying, it's just like game 1, Saints to Konkrete Kids, but the other way around. As we'll get an icing against the Saints, Andrew Rothbaugh is now freed from the box of shame. He is actually on the bench right now for Northampton. Tita takes it off the face-off. With a shot from the point, it's gloved down. 3:07 to go in the second period. So if you didn't catch it earlier, there will be an ice cut during the second intermission. And they'll keep a timer on the giant Jumbotron here at the PPL Center. So I'll move my camera up to that so you can see how much time the intermission will be. Off this faceoff, Hoffman hits it off the boards. Connor James behind the net. Off the boards again. Tatum. And DeLillo trying to shovel this on through. It's backhanded back to center. To Koch. Circle on back in his own zone. Koch is now going to bring it back towards center as it gets taken down there. As Mollikov's going to backhand one to Enzo Tita. But astounding 4 goals in the second period as this is going to be an icing against the Kids. Off this face-off. Koch will get it back the other way for the Konkrete Kids. James gets taken down on a check. Konkrete Kids student section in approval of that play as Shockey's going to take it on the right side. Being somewhat checked there by Hoffman. Feeds this across to Tannerall, who actually did not keep it onside. I thought he did for a brief moment. He did not. 2:13 to go in the second. This puck is taken away. It goes to Bryce Shockey. He's got Matute on his right and Nolan Rattler as well there as this goes off the pads. 2 minutes to go in the period. Andrew Rothbaugh, backhand pass to Shockey. Back towards the wing as McIsaac will try to get possession of this puck. It goes to Hoffman, who will backhand one to Connor James. Taken back by the Saints. Alec James couldn't get cleared back out as Matute kept it into the zone, but not for long. Alt. Glove down there by McIsaac. Shockey is going to clear it on in off the pads there of the goaltender, Michael Heiser. 1:21 and counting to go in the period. Saints down by 5. Here's Long going on in. That goes wide of the net there of Smargiassi of the blocker side. Got Alec James trying to get around a few defenders. Going right to the net, backhand shot through the 5-hole of Smargiassi, but he closes the door and he has it with 1:05 to go in the second period. Off this tie-up, nearly taken by the Saints, and it is DeLillo trying to get it off in front, went off a Saints stick. Last minute to play in the first period, last minute to play in the second period, beg my pardon, as Drembach has it on the right side. Braun, back to Drembach on the corner. Drembach trying to get one in front there for Braun. Couldn't connect on the play. 43 seconds left. James to DeLillo on the wing. As he comes over the line, making a move around Jacoby. Backhand pass in front of the goal crease there. And Smargiassi has it. 33.9 seconds to go now. In the second period, it's still 6-1. Konkrete Kids. Off this tie-up here. Towards the net of Smargiassi. He almost covered up. They'll try to bring it right towards the goal as he'll paddle inside again. Derek Peralta with Drembach in front of him. The Saints taking right back. 20 seconds left. Here's Long. Making a decoy about Derek Rodba. Chipped there by Jacoby. Kept onside by Connor James. With a shot. Saves Smargiassi. 10 seconds left. Connor James. passing it to his brother Alec. Alec James whistling around, that shot trickles wide. Time's going to wind down the second period. After it was 1-0 Saints after one, it is 6-1 Northampton after 2 shots on net, 30-25 in favor of the Konkrete kids. We're going to have an ice cut here, and we'll be back for the third period. Third period is about to get underway here at the PPL Center, Game 2 of the 2024 LVSHL Phantoms Cup Varsity Final. Saints have a 1-0 lead in the series, but the Northampton Konkrete kids have a 6-1 lead entering the third period. Shots on net 30-25 in favor of Northampton. The Saints' only goal was in the first period. Northampton scored all 6 of them in the second. The goals from tonight's game, David McIsaac, his goal for the Saints. Enzo Tita with 4 and Gavin Molikoff with 2. And before this period begins, I wanted to give a quick shout out to the Northampton Konkrete crew for giving me this rally towel. I really appreciate that. It's really nice. You can actually see the fans there with the orange towels cheering on their Konkrete kids tonight. So I thank them for the free souvenir. So Northampton with a win tonight will force a championship deciding Game 3 this Wednesday. The closest thing to a Stanley Cup Final Game 7 these two teams will go to if the Konkrete kids can hold on to their 6-1 lead. Molikoff against McIsaac, and the third period is underway. Molikoff trying to shove this through center ice. Tipped back towards Tanner Alt. Back to Koch. He'll lob one off the boards. As now Mbrogi hits it off the boards near the Northampton bench. This is Koch on the left wing now for Northampton, bringing it over the line for the Konkrete kids. Going right to the goal, and the save is made there by the goaltender, Michael Heiser. Long getting this away from Molikoff. Takes it back on the corner. Down for Tanner Alt with a shot. Save, rebound, they score! Shockey! 7-1. That's his 5th goal of the season. 42 seconds into the third period. And Northampton has now scored 7 unanswered as they're up 7-1. Yep. Jacoby back on the corner. This is backheaded back towards the Northampton bench as Bryce Shockey gets his 5th goal of the season. That was his dad who just passed by me asking who scored, and he was like, oh, it was my son who scored. As Jacoby's going to take this puck right behind the net as they nearly flip it in front of the goal, but they can't. Tatum off the boards. Fretz keeping it into the zone. Saints holding on. Tatum with a shot that is flanked wide towards the stick of Ethan DeLillo. Fretz. And that goes into the glove there of Smargiassi. So tomorrow at 6, the Northampton Konkrete kids will take on the Parkland Trojans in the youth final. And the Northampton Konkrete kids will take on the Nazareth Blue Eagles in the middle school final. The youth final being at 6, the middle school final being at 7:20. Stay tuned for those games tomorrow night. Taken away. Here's Braun, and he misses the net. Derek Rodbug couldn't get a shot on that there as now Henry Long moves back the other way for Lehigh Valley. On the right side, trying to get around Ewell. Backhand pass in front towards Alec James as he couldn't get a shot. Derek Rodbug at center, clearing it past the red line. This is Hoffman, who backhands it behind the goal. And Brogy to McIsaac. Tipped off his stick all the way down for an icing. As they have now commenced the mercy rule, and what I mean by that is I'll show you actually. The scoreboard clock is running, and according to LVSHL rules, when a team is up by 6 or more goals, they'll keep the clock running even during whistles. This is Alec James coming past the line for the Saints. This goes off the skates there of Kyle Kirkland, wearing number 94 for Northampton. Kirkland makes a check on McIsaac. This goes under the skates of Andrew Waltba. And Cray Ross touching this puck as he gets it to center. As we're going to get a whistle with 13:31 and counting to go in the third period. This was an offsides here against the Saints. The most goals the Northampton Konkrete kids scored against the Saints this year was in the second regular season matchup against the Saints, where the kids won 9-2. Northampton's up 7-1 right now. DeLillo with a one-time blast is stopped there by Smargiassi as he'll hold on. The clock keeps moving along. Less than 13 minutes left to go in Game 2 of the finals. Molokov off this tie-up. DeLillo tips his puck around Koch, as well as Tatum. Molokov off the boards, past Imbrogi, goes to Enzo Tita, has 4 goals with Shockey, gives it to Shockey, and that's blocked. Good defensive play there by Hoffman. Two-way hockey at its finest as Ethan DeLillo takes it on the right wing. He takes a shot, saves by Smargiassi. Zoe Music wins this face-up, but the kids take it right back. It's Evenko getting around Connor James. Connor James behind the net. Someone checked there by Evenko. Music, someone in front of the net. Turnover there to Rattler. That shot's blocked. In front again towards Evenko, but that puck goes wide of his stick blade. Fretz. Now it's Mitchell-Tree on the right wing for the Saints. Blocking her side by Smargiassi. Piper. Got it from Music. Side net. They score! Duncan Mitchell-Tree on the side of the cage. Glove side of Smargiassi. And the Saints get their second goal of the night. That's Duncan's second goal on the year. And that's the second goal of the game for the Saints, as it's now 7-2 Northampton. Reagan Mitchell-Tree is now going into the locker room for what I've seen. We'll see if she'll return. Hopefully everything is okay there. This is Braun on the right side, getting past Fritz. Backhand shot, save made there. Heitzler with the pad stop, as McIsaac's going to shove this back to Braun behind the goal. This goes off of Drenmach. Drenmach gets it back. Fans on the initial shot attempt there for the Konkrete kids as it's cleared down. All off the boards. Alec James at center. Dickey around Alt as he's trying to get possession back as his puck is cleared down towards the Saints defensive end. Connor James to Henry Long. Long's going to turn on back towards his own end. Trying to get bust through a few players at center. Kirkland to Braun. Cleared down. Icing against the Konkrete kids. So because the Saints are now down by 5 and not 6, the mercy rule is not in play right now. So they will keep stopping the clock and whistles unless Northampton has a 6-goal lead or more again tonight. So 10-12 to go in the third period. It is still 7-2 Konkrete kids. Shockey to Alt. Off the skate there of Koch. DeLillo will take it the other way. He's got Fegley on the wing. Got towards him. Back to Ethan DeLillo on the side. And that a save is made there by Smargiassi. As now Shockey's going to come back the other way for the kids. He's got Tita on the wing now as a passing lane. Backhand shot off the pads there of Heisler back towards the left corner. Tita forehands it to Shockey. Gets it in front there. First shot. Save made there. Puck is losing the crease. Rebound was blocked down. Another shot and that trickles wide the crease as Tita has it. His wrist shot is stopped there by the goaltender Michael Heitzer. Ross will go for the offensive faceoff here against DeLillo, and he'll chip the puck back towards the left corner. Saints try to get back the other way. This was Tatum. Now to Ethan DeLello, the captain and senior. Tatum's going to backhand this one past the blue line off the Northampton bench boards. Ross deposits it the other way. No icing here. Hoffman to Fretz. Beg my pardon, that is Tatum. Fretz wears 7. Tatum wears 27. As DeLello has it at center. Into the Northampton end he comes. DeLello trying to get around all, going right behind the goal. Still patiently holding it on as Ambrogi gets a wrist shot tipped towards the net. As Tatum gets a backhand shot, and it's saved by Smargiassi. He is now stopped 25 of 27. As Alt's going to have this back towards the corner. Caught side of the net play that goes off the goaltender Heitzler. Rebound there was blocked there off the stick there of Connor James. James on the right side. Forecheck there by Ivenko. Jacoby. Ivenko lobbing this pass towards center off the skates there. Fretz and all the way down. Rattler, who played on the JV team a few hours ago. Connor James hits it off the glass. Jacoby lobbing it past towards center ice. As the Saints will hit it back off the wing. Piper collided there by Andrew Rothblatt. Mitchelltree, who just scored for the Saints, makes a nice deep. Takes a shot on the side of the cage, goes off of the net. As Mitchelltree lobs this one back towards the right side. Hoffman near to it, as well as Derek Rothblatt. As Zoe Music gives it to Piper. Fans on the shot there for the Saints. As now Piper keeps it in. Takes a shot. Oh, what a glove save. Smargiassi as he flashes the leather. 7:24 to go in the third period. It is still 7-2 in favor of the team wearing orange and black, not called the Flyers or Phantoms. It is the Konkrete Kids as they wear jerseys in style to the early 2000 Flyers. They look pretty good on them, I must say. This puck comes free from Gavin Molikoff with 2 goals tonight. And Brogy, back pass there. Rick Isaac with the shot. Save a rebound there for Alec James, but Smargiassi got in his way. Pass coming to Enzo Tita. He'll make the safe play, and it's gloved down there by the goaltender, Michael Heitzler, as he will hold on with 6:55 to go in regulation. So definitely 2 different types of games we've had in this best-of-3 series. The Saints just dominating that whole game 1, and very similar to that game, except it's going into Northampton's favor this time. Although some of the Northampton goals early on were pretty lucky in terms of bouncing pucks towards the net, but they still count as good goals regardless. Hoffman's pass going to Alec James with a wrister saves Smargiassi as they'll cover the rebound. So even though for the Saints this game has not gone the way they would have wanted, we're at least going to get a very, very interesting Game 3 at the closest thing to a Game 7 in the Stanley Cup Final that Scholastic Hockey in the Lehigh Valley can offer. As that will be on Wednesday. Save, rebound, save Smargiassi again as he was trying to get back in position, and he'll get the whistle. So they're going to move this face-off to the right side of Balin Smargiassi in goal for Northampton. And off this face-off here. French trying to block it away, but he couldn't. Fegley to Connor James. Off the boards, the linesman has to jump out of the way. No icing here as Koch is going to try to get this puck right behind the goal. 6 minutes to go in the game. 7-2 Northampton. A big check is made behind the net. It involved Koch as well as Rupp for the Saints. Wearing the Travis Sanhai number 6. Ethan DeLillo at center. Backhands one, goes to the stick of Koch. Backhands it to Derek Rothblatt. Intercepted there by Connor James. Loses balance, trying to pass it across. Backhand, Mitchelltree stopped there. Smargiassi trying to get a second of the night. Back comes Koch the other way for the kids. Koch, forehand, backhand moves, turning back around, twisting through. Takes a shot, was blocked there by the captain, Ethan DeLillo. I think he's looking for a penalty of some sort, but he's not going to get it. Mitchell-Tree will backhand one. As Tanner Alt's going to hold back defensively for the kids. Andrew Rothblatt's pass was tipped en route off of Madison, as now goes to McCray Ross. Ross and Mitchell-Tree took a shot tipped off a stick of a Saints player and wide. More collisions happening as Rothblatt with the shot blocker down. Some physicality happening in the PPL Center within these last 60 seconds here. Less than 5 minutes left. Piper, that went across to Music. She'll take it on the right way. A shot that goes off of Mitchell-Tree. He'll battle with Alt behind the goal. Comes in front for a shot that's blocked down. Hoffman keeps it in with a wrister. Smargiassi couldn't cover up. Almost thought he had it for a second. He did not. Brogy on the left point. Turned it over to McCray Ross. Ross coming over the line as he's going to shoot it off the corner. Hoffman. Almost forechecked there by Tita at center. And now it's Gavin Molikoff behind the net. Less than 4 minutes to go in Game 2 of the Varsity Final in the Phantoms Cup. This is Koch on the right side. Set one through. It goes to Music. Clears it past the stick of Shockey. And all the way down for Molikoff to backhand it off the glass. Tita. Line change for Lehigh Valley. Tita, one-time blast that goes off the glass. Shockey decides to clear it all the way down. This is no icing here since this is caused by the Konkrete kids themselves. Smargiassi sweeps it away. Tita takes down Alex James off his shoulder. Connor James keeps it into the zone, off the boards, turned it over as it's intercepted there by Koch. Koch trying to get this puck past the blue line here. As in Brogy, we have some more collisions happening that involved Koch and Henry Long. The guys are getting into there too, and I believe we have a delayed penalty against the Saints as the puck was touched up by Lehigh Valley. Smargiassi was almost trying to get to the bench, and we do have a penalty against Lehigh Valley. It's going to be an interference penalty against Henry Long for the Saints, and the Konkrete kids will go on the power play. Less than 3 minutes to go in regulation. 7-2 Konkrete kids. Konkrete kids win this face-off. Here's Koch at the right point. To Tita, chipping pass across. Here's Molikoff, turning back around the circle. Back to Koch again. He's going to take a wrister, and that's blocked there. Friendly fire is on as he hits Shockey. Smargiassi's going to try to make the right play here as he'll pass it behind himself to Koch. Now it's Shockey on the wing. Pass off the blade there of Molikoff, and here's Tanner Alt. There we went on in. A nice defensive play made by Sean and Brogy. Minute 22 to go in the power play now. Rothblatt to the back, to Tanner Alt. In front of the cage is Shockey. Tipped off route as now it's Andrew Rothblatt off the stick there of Alex James. James trying to get around Tita, but lost his puck. And now it's Tita on the way, busting through the defense. Going to that as he missed the target, as he tried to go high side of the net as it went wide. Tita gets it back, falls down, and we have another penalty. This is against the Saints once again as Tita was taken down. Rothblatt, Evenko to Shockey. Shockey, back pass. Here's Tita. Toe Drake's on save made there. So save made there. Sorry, I said there too much. I stuttered there for a second there. As the Saints touch up, as we'll have another penalty against Lehigh Valley. It's going to be 5-on-3 for 36 seconds. This is going to be on David McIsaac. 5-on-3 for 36 seconds for the Konkrete kids. 1:33 to go in regulation. Off this time, Matutes denied Heitzler. Rothblatt was somewhat checked there by Ethan DeLillo. He gets toppled over at center As Matute is going to bring it over the line for the kids. His shot goes wide. DeLevel gets taken down again. As the Saints clear. As we are going to have an interference penalty called here. This is going to be on Northampton. Had to do with Ethan DeLevel being interfered with in the Saints zone. It'll be on Nolan Rattler. So now it's going to be 4-on-3 in favor of Northampton from players on the ice. Here's DeLevel, takes a shot, saves Smargiassi, and he's going to hold on. As we've passed the last minute to play in regulation time, 59.1 seconds remaining exactly on the clock. So Long is about to be freed for the box of shame, and then it'll be 4-on-4 for the remainder of this game. Rupp off this face-off. Gets taken down by Matute. Rothball will turn on back defensively for the kids. As I'm moving back towards center. He'll turn back defensively for Northampton. Try to pass this to Evenko. No icing here. Frets. Off the boards around Connor James. Evenko gets it free. Pass across the Tannerall. Couldn't connect on the play. As will take it on the right side. 24 seconds to go in game two. Alt with a one-time blast was taken away by Henry Long. Long escapes for the Saints into the Northampton zone. Gets someone collided there. Goes off the pads there. Smargiassi. As time is going to wind down here in the PPL Center, the Saints had an impressive game in game one. Northampton has an impressive game of their own as they're going to defeat the Lehigh Valley Saints. A final score of 7-2. The Northampton Konkrete kids live to see another day as they have forced a do-or-die Game 3 here in the PPL Center that will take place on Wednesday night. Dale and Smargiassi stops 30-32 as the Konkrete kids have tied the series at 1 apiece. Tonight's goals coming from David McIsaac, Duncan Mitchell-Tree, Bryce Shockey, 2 from Gavin Molikoff, and 4 from Enzo Tita. Smargiassi to lead the handshake line as the kids have won 7-2. I'm Nicholas Garofalo. Thank you for joining us for another edition of Nick's Hockey Broadcast. The final score, the Konkrete kids win 7-2, and they tied the series at 1 apiece. Game 3 will be Wednesday night. Good night.